My name is Megan Devison. I am a monster hunter. This is Cryptid Addicted. And today we're hunting the Kangaroo Valley Panther. Welcome to the second part of the Kangaroo Valley Panther second expedition. In our first episode, you saw us kayaking, hiking, camping, looking for the beast. It was a fun time. But, spoiler alert, we didn't find anything.
Get out! Megan!
And that was meant to be the end of it. No beasts found. But we thought, well, we're already staying one more night in the Kangaroo Valley village. Why not put our trap cameras out one last time? Just for funsies. And, well, we caught something, so it led to this second part. So I hope you like it. Let's jump in and I'll show you what we got. Hey guys, so we are at Kangaroo Valley looking for the Kangaroo Valley Panther. It's basically like a leopard or a jaguar, but it's got so much melanin in its skin that it's black like a panther. It's a classic panther. There's photos, there's video, and we've only got a short expedition tonight, but it's night. We're using our night vision camera finally, and I have this baby right here. So this is a trap camera. I've used it before, and it has night vision. It's motion censored, so ideally it will capture something. We're right next to the Kangaroo Valley River.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Can I pan to it briefly?
Yeah, you won't see shit, but it's there.
Oh, I can't see Well, yeah. It's a river. It's doing things.
You can probably hear it.
Yeah, you can probably hear it, right.
And we're going to tie it up, hopefully no one will steal it, and then come back and collect it in the morning. Hopefully panthers, but maybe some other cool stuff. There's wallabies, I've heard there's platypus, echidna, and we're under that big famous bridge, which I'll put a photo of. It's actually like you can't see it. Pretty cool. It's hard to capture on camera. Is this actually a path? Nope. But what you can't see, and I'll see, is we are below a bridge. There is a small light of the bridge. It is cold, and we are underneath a river. Sand. There's Patty. We're gonna set up a trap camera. Correct? Yeah.
Who needs vaping?
When you've got natural country air. Yeah, I want to find somewhere to put the trap camera that won't be easily seen in the morning so that no one steals it.
You hear that? It sounds like dripping to me. So there's the river just here. And over there. Dripping, I think. Spooky.
Well, we can debunk it in the morning because we'll be able to see it.
Yeah. Let's see if it's still making dripping sounds in the day.
It's kind of scary. Alright.
Yeah, it is. Those are little like footsteps.
It does sound like footsteps. So yeah, I think we're
Okay, cool.
so it's gonna get a good view.
alright.
You stay there, I don't trust you.
Okay. Yeah, looks good.
Maybe I'll try it.
I am the untrustworthy henchman. This is a pretty cool bit of technology. Alright, cool.
Alright.
Alright, we good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hopefully that's working.
Alright, let's
I can hear something over there. Sounds like. So there is a couple of theories as to why there might be panthers in New South Wales as well as basically all around Australia. The first one is that in World War II, American Army soldier men came and they had little mascots essentially. They were lion cubs, tiger cubs, panther cubs. And they weren't really well cared for. I heard that they just sort of let them loose around the end of when they retreated back to America. Another prominent theory is that circuses and zoos were just a little bit dodgy back in the day. They just let animals escape all the time. My favourite theory, though, is a really fun one and a little bit Australian. So back in the day, you could just buy exotic animals, a baboon, a tiger, anything you wanted, and it was fair game. And then the government eventually were like, hey, hang on, we've got too many leopards going around Sydney. And they introduced a license fee, so you had to pay for an exotic pet license. But a lot of people couldn't afford that, so the government gave the option to A, pay for the license, or B, put your animal to sleep. And Australians thought, well, option C, I'm just going to release them into the wild. So that's basically where the panther myth comes from. That's the theory I think is the strongest. And there's plenty of plentiful, yummy things to eat. So the panthers lived, breed, ate, and they're still here today, apparently. So there was a government meeting about the panther where, what was it, Taronga Zoo, Agriculture, the Department of Agriculture, and then the Parks and Rangers, Parks and Wildlife Services, and someone from the Australian Museum all met to talk about the existence of the panther and deemed it was likely but didn't pose an immediate threat, I think was their consensus.
Wow. That's it's almost not a cryptid then.
Well,
It's like,
it's not proven.
but the authorities all think it's real.
Some authorities will. And the locals, who were a bit in a huff about it, because they were like, well, this isn't safe, suggested setting up a 1-800 call line. If you had the sighting, there would be somewhere direct you could call and talk about it, and it'd be recorded somewhere. Because people, if you see a sighting, you're like, oh, I'll tell my neighbour, maybe report it to the police, who are not going to do much with it. So they're like, why don't we set up a actual database of one source to report information?
Do that.
Nope. Right, Patty, what's your summary on the Kangaroo Valley Panther?
It was a wild time.
No, I mean, do you think it exists? Stop yawning and say your summary.
My summary. I definitely think it is people, private owners, because there are zoos, and there might have been slack zoos, but I agree zoos have improved over the last 50 years, but they haven't improved that much. People running zoos back then were still zookeepers. They still did an okay job. Whereas there's been a huge change in that you can't own exotic animals now. Sometimes you have to pay for a license, sometimes you just can't do it. Like, you can't get exotic birds. I would love to get a toucan. You can't do it no matter how much you pay. In Australia, it's impossible. I've looked into it. So we know there's been a massive shift there. Almost certainly there was a release of animals by people who didn't want to kill their pets. Because especially like an exotic cat.
Yeah.
There's a bond there. It's not like a sea monkey. Yeah. So I think that's super plausible. And we know that's happened in other countries too. In the UK, in America, globally, there was this tightening of rules around exotic pets. That's why you find like there are kangaroos in America that people see sometimes.
And India, yeah.
Because rich people, man. If you were rich, wouldn't you do that? I would want a falcon. I would want a toucan. I'd want all. And you used to be able to do it. Lord Byron, he had a bear in Cambridge.
Yeah, there was a polar bear in what's that big English building? Tower of London.
Yeah, rich people crate. Rich people crate. We know that. Makes sense.
So we are going to retrieve the trap camera. Same trajectory as last night. Much less spooky in the day. But we can actually give you a shot of the bridge and the river now, which you can see in front of us.
So we have the kind of unsettling clicking sound.
Oh yeah, we can investigate that.
May have been
Oh, it's so pretty during the day. Oh, there we go. Case closed. Mass stripping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the hectic jump I did last night. Thank you. That seems like too hard.
I don't need help from any man. I'm as strong and better.
The whole fucking thing collapsed underneath me.
Yeah, right?
I handled it with grace.
You did. I'm poised. But have quite some strength. Much less spooky now that it's daytime. I'm comfortable crouching here and not thinking that there might be a panther behind me. Here we go, trap cam retrieved. Let's let's take it back to headquarters. Let's go back to LA and see what's on the footage.
Okay, first of all, let's look at this one. What on earth is going on? Now I know this is not going to be a panther, but there are sightings of yowies, Australian Bigfoot, in this area as well. I know this is getting a little blurry because we're talking about panthers, but I could not mention this. What is this? Now the skeptic part of my brain is saying, well, it's a possum. It's a cheeky possum trying to dig at the camera and it's making it go crazy. But the believer side of me says, whoa, what if this is a yowie attacking the camera? It needs to walk through or walk past, and it doesn't like to be seen. It doesn't like to be monitored, and it's getting that camera out of here. The footage just ends, and we never see what it was, but as you can see, there's these glints every now and then of fur. This is in black and white, this is in infrared, so we cannot tell colour. It looks white, but as you can see when we're looking at our faces or anything close up, they all appear white. So we can assume it's maybe lighter in colour, but we really cannot determine colour. So, I mean, this is wild, but inconclusive. And also, not anything to do with the panther. I just couldn't not mention it, because what the hell is going on here? If you have any ideas, either skeptic or believer, you're all welcome here. Please feel free to comment them in the commenty thing. Okay, now, here's a piece de resistance. Again, this is the best thing I've had on trap camera in terms of cryptids for a while. So, let's have a look.
So we see eye shine, we see something on 4 legs, we see something low, we see something dark in color, and it's sort of skulking through the underbrush. It even knocks a bush at one point. Again, we have the skeptic and the believer side of my head. Okay, let's look at the skeptic side first. It could be a wombat. It could be. There are wombats in this area. It looks sort of stocky, like a wombat is the right sort of color, but I don't know, it looks too thin to be a wombat. Wombats are chunky monkeys, okay? They are big boys. So it could be a wombat. Okay, fine. But believer side of me says it could be a panther. It's about the right size, it's on all 4s, it's the right color, and it's slinking around trying not to be seen by the camera. We get some eye shine as well, which is really exciting, and we see that it bumps the bushes, so it's obviously big enough to like not be able to move through the undergrowth very stealthily at this point. That's kind of where I'm at with this footage. I've looked at it again, I've looked at it again and again and again. I've tried to enhance it, I've slowed it down frame by frame, and I'm not sure. I ping pong between it. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'm very curious about what you think. Are you a skeptic? Are you a believer? And what do you think? Let us know in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this impromptu part 2, because like I said, we weren't expecting this, but I'm really happy we put the trap cameras out that night. Thank you so much again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick part 2 this one, but there's more coming. There's the British Bigfoot coming soon, which was kind of scary because I went solo. But that's coming up soon. It's just in editing, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Thank you so much for all the support and the love and the growing likes and comments and followers, subscribers. It's really nice to know that you guys like what I'm doing. All right, thank you. Bye.